Forge.
Not the mirror on the wall. Imperfections overanalyze every flaw. Self-destructive deception, deadly conversations. Yeah, in my head, I wind up dead, but that's not my intention. You won't like what you find deep in the dark depths of my mind. The walls are closing in. I feel this is the end. We'll make it out alive. You should hear the things I say to myself. I've tried, maybe I'm blind. I should throw it all away and find another favorite girl. And I should give up on my dreams, see my hope for being broke. Stop believing in myself, I'm not a diamond in the rough. Disappear to my doubts, cause I'll never be enough. Every time I feel this way, I feel the weight of feeling wrong. Try to be myself today, but it won't stay that way for long. Introspective imperfections, yeah, I see them all. Try to sing the pain away, but I just sing the same old song. Yeah. You should hear the things I say to myself. I wouldn't tell my enemy. I wouldn't tell my enemy. You should hear the things I say to myself. I'm my own worst enemy. I'm my own worst enemy. You should hear the things I say to myself. I wouldn't tell my enemy. I wouldn't tell my enemy. You should hear the things I say to myself. I'm my own worst enemy. I'm my own worst enemy.
You made me drink the lake. Fuck you, bitch. I'm holding on to nothing but the same way. I almost lost what was left of me. Can't love the whole world if you let it be. Why can't you just let me be? When you come back, it's like my mind is stuck inside of your attack. You left me drowning on my own. Nowhere for my heart to call home. Look at your reflection in those eyes you used to hide behind. Now I see through your disguise. Now I see through your disguise. That's it, you were never coming back from the lake of deceit. I can't believe I ever trusted you. Tears start breaking away from me. Leave this me, now you want a piece of me. Taking me back after all that you've done to me. This is the end. I hope we never meet again. Now it's my time to be free. Gonna rid myself of all this fucking dead weight. Now it's my time to be free. Gonna rid myself of all this fucking dead weight. When you come back, it's like my mind is stuck inside of your attack. You left me drowning on my
Well, all right. Here we are. Another episode of Headbangers Ball. No, I need to quit using that one. No, Banger Wednesday. Here we are. So let me start off with this. As always, we start the show off with tracks from the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. Two of those bands I played purposely because I found out recently that they're getting together to do a show together. That was Halo Scars and Wolves of Oz. So if you guys are in that area where they're located, go check them out. Catch two awesome bands that have been on the show for one, I don't know, I guess ticket price. Also, that playlist is like the biggest part of the show. Please make sure you go find it, save it, and listen to it. That is the number one way to support the bands other than showing up on the show and watching. So I'm going to keep the intro real short and sweet because we are international tonight. We got some guys from across the drink here with us. So I'm going to go straight to these guys so they can get to bed. So I got Roy and Wesley from Ilmarinen here. Why don't you guys tell us a little about the band and what track we're about to get into, and I guess just tell everyone where you're from while you're at it.
Hello, I am Wesley from Ilmarinen. We play epic folk metal. The track you are about to hear is called War on the War God. It's about three guys who are in a tiny, tiny boat chased by a war god, and they have to fight it. If you didn't guess.
Love it. Yeah, so just real quick, these guys have been on the show before, and last time they brought us this other epic track, this epic tale, I should say. So I'm anxious to get into it. So they did send us a lyric video. So if you want to take part in that, make sure you do have your eyes on the screen and have your ears open. So here we go. We're going to check this track out by Ilmarinen. Here we go.
Some of the great work of the blacksmith.
As always, we go all the way to the end just in case there's any surprises. You know, Marvel credits. You know. All right, so you know, with my rush to get these guys up here so they could go to sleep, I forgot to do something really important. Forgot to introduce my co-host tonight. So also joining us is Bo from the band Elijah. Got Miss Scarlet over there from Lunarscape and World Shaper. And also a buddy of ours we haven't seen in a couple episodes, Dom from Set Alive. And Dom, guess what? You get to lead off on this one, buddy.
Hell yeah. Dude, this is so freaking sick. So can you guys remind me how many instruments are played? I didn't get to really see the end credits as I was trying to see how many, but how many live instruments are played on that song?
We have 5 instruments and vocals. So we have the violin, the keyboard, guitar, bass, drums.
Freaking rips. That violin freaking rips. It's so like
Yeah.
so freaking good. There needs to be more violin in metal. Every metal band needs to start incorporating violin. It's so freaking good. No, so walk me through. So I know you guys have been on the show before, but just reminding the audience what this genre specifically, like the folk metal. What kind of got you guys into that?
Well, I've kind of always been into folk metal. Like I once went to a Dragon Force show, which isn't folk metal, but opening for that show was Turisas, which was a big folk metal band at the time. And ever since then, I was hugely into it. And I was like, hey, I also want to make music like that. So I did.
Yeah, for me, I basically joined this band because I thought, oh, that sounds pretty nice. And since then, I'm getting more and more into folk metal.
Yeah, dude, it freaking rips. So I'm a really big fan of. So I think music in general, like storytelling, is kind of a lost art, especially in modern day, even especially in modern day metal. A lot of the lyrical taste of and the idea of telling a story within a song is kind of a dying art. You guys obviously told a pretty freaking sick story in this song. I mean, it's just the way it's kind of written. It's almost like an epic, as it just crusading through, just as the fight kind of goes through and progresses, and then every time with the course of the fight, like the fight for the war god, is that something you guys are always trying to capture in all of your guys' songs? Is trying to kind of encapsulate a story through you guys' lyrics?
Yes, that's generally the idea. Every song in itself is like a small story, but also overall there is like a bigger story throughout all the songs later on. And what you say about it sounding like an epic, yeah, that's kind of true, because this story is actually from the Finnish Kalevala, which is like Finnish mythology, the Finnish epic, basically. And like the lyrics are also written in the way that it is written in that story, basically. So, sounds about right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I guess with this, so how many albums and things do you guys have released so far? Or working on any albums?
Yeah, we are currently working on an album. Like we've done like an EP before and a single. We are now working on an album that's actually split into 2 parts. So the first part is coming out this year, of which this was the first single. There will be another one. Yeah, and then the second half of that album will be released next year, hopefully.
Heck yeah. Well, that's freaking awesome, guys. Yeah, no, I loved it. I think the folk metal, the violin, it's so unique, and just the way the story is told. I'm a big sucker for a really good story, and just stories in music that needs to happen more often. And I wish I wish stuff like this was a lot more mainstream because it needs to be. I think it hits my brain just right in a really good way, and I freaking loved it. I'm gonna be blasting this one on the way to work, especially on the banger
Nice.
playlist. So I'm really excited. But I'll pass it on to one of the other hosts.
Hop on in here, Bo.
Just awesome. The song was great. The video was great. I really like the end of the video with the waves crashing. That was really fun. No, then the violin solo was just really fun. I really enjoyed that part of it. I know I remember talking to you guys before. I mean, the amount of like just like theory and work that you guys are putting into these songs is just kind of mind blowing. It was hard to pay attention to everything going on in the song while I was watching the video because the video was really entertaining too. I like the lyric video. I like everything that was going on in it. But I kept on trying to like look away from the screen because I wasn't paying as much attention to all the other little things going on, all the little nuances in the song. You know, like the drums are just pretty nonstop, just pushing the beat the whole time. You know, you got really like a lot of different rhythm stuff going on with the guitars. You got all kinds of different flowing stuff going on with the vocals and just crazy. I don't know how you'd ever like be able to like memorize that length of lyrics to that song to like do a live show. That's just blowing my mind right now too. But I love that it's like a story. It's this big epic moving thing musically. It's just great stuff. How much of this did you guys like record on your own, or did you guys go somebody? I can't remember how you guys like to do it.
We recorded pretty much all of this on our own.
That's what
So yeah, drums, guitars, vocals, violin, keys, like it's all pretty much recorded. And then like, well, there's some orchestration going on, a lot of orchestration going on, I should say. That's like mostly based on what I play on the keyboard, and then like through MIDI we make like some epic shit.
It is epic. It sounds great. I mean, you guys really got the recording part of it down, especially just for that style. I mean, sounds amazing for, I'm sure, like what you guys pretty much exactly probably how you want it to sound. Like production side of it's really good. I mean, yeah, it's just a fun song, and it's fun having you guys back on here. I love it. I love the story. I love the music. Everything is just awesome. I don't even know what else to ask. How did you guys live track the guitars with like amps, or did you use plugins?
I think we used a little bit of both actually. Like I think there's
nice.
some double layering going on.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that though. Like I was there when we recorded it, but
I swear I was there.
Yeah, our drummer does his magic, and I don't even know what he did. I just come to record, and it sounds amazing when it's finished.
like
That's awesome.
I know for the guitars we even put like a microphone next to his hand so you can actually hear the guitar pick scraping on the strings. So that's into how much detail he went to record it.
That's wild. I love it, man. I love it. Love the song again. I don't know. I don't have questions. Somebody's got to ask questions. I just enjoyed the ride. That was just too much fun. I'm sorry.
To jump in here. Let me
Yeah,
go.
go
Let me
ahead.
go.
Put her in, coach.
Go.
Okay, so this is my first time hearing you guys. I don't know if you guys already, if I already should know this, but what role do you guys play in the band, each of you? Do you play drummer? Guitar?
I
vocal?
play bass.
Bass, okay.
Yes.
And I play the keyboard.
Okay, cool. A bassist and a keyboard player. Is that pretty common for us to have here? It's usually like
No,
Yeah, that's
U-
cool.
Usually, most bands can't find a bass player, and keyboards don't
Or a
exist.
keyboardist. Yeah. Okay.
We're the only
awesome.
one awake at this hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are the only. You guys are the only ones crazy enough. What time is it over there?
It's
Uh,
almost 3
yes.
3 a.m. Like
Gosh,
quarter to 3.
Damn, you guys rock. Thanks for being here. Wow, 3 a.m. Cool.
No problem.
So we know who we're gonna party with when we meet you guys one day. It's gonna be you two. Everybody else is gonna be passed out. We're gonna be raging with the
Probably.
keyboard and the keyboard player and the bassist. I'm into that, dude. I like that. So yeah, you guys, I really liked the lyric video. I think it was really appropriate. Whoever did your lyric video, the fonts on the lettering and everything, I look at the little details of these things, really captured kind of the feel that you guys go for with being folk metal. Did you guys make that lyric video yourself? Did you have somebody help you out with it?
That's actually a friend of mine who made the video. And yes, we did spend quite a bit of time like picking out the right fonts and like the vibes for like the clips on the back and everything. It was
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell a lot of thought went into that. You guys did a really good job with it. It definitely took me to a place of feeling like folk metal, so that was really cool. I know your vocalist isn't present, I guess, but I really enjoyed the rawness of the vocal scream. I feel like it was really raw and organic. It didn't seem to have a lot of like vocal effects or anything on it. It just felt really organic to me, which I really enjoyed because you don't get a ton of that feel, I guess, in metal that you hear that's just now coming out. So I really thought that was super cool. And then I also agreed with Dom when he said it was super cool about the violin part. I know everybody's all, going crazy over the violin part, which for good reason, but I really love the incorporation of other instruments into metal. And I think that you guys pulled it off really well with the violin that you decided to add in there. Do one of you guys is there like somebody in your project that kind of takes the reins in the songwriting, or how does that kind of work for you guys? Do you guys kind of all sit in a room and just jam with a violin player, or like tell us a little bit about that?
pretty much all our songs are like written in advance by either me or the violinist. This one is written by me. And like I basically write all the parts, then hand it to the guys, and we play a song together. And they give me tips like, "Hey, maybe you should improve this or that." So like, yeah, that's basically how it goes. Then it all comes together because I don't play bass. I don't know how to play bass properly or write a good bass track. So Roy gives me like he tells me, "Hey, maybe you should do this and that," and then it. Yeah, it gets even better.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so you guys seem to work really well all together, kind of collectively changing things and working together. Well, your guys' sound is really cool. I really enjoyed it. It's kind of a breath of fresh air for me from like the typical stuff that you would hear. And I haven't listened to a ton of folk metal, but I really loved, along with what Bo was saying, I really love the storytelling aspect of it too. And and I agree with what Dom was saying there too. And is that kind of like pretty much all that you guys, write about? It's just mainly like storytelling kind of stuff, since it's folk metal, I would guess. Pretty common.
Yeah, like I always like the idea of telling stories through music. Like
Okay.
I do that basically in all my songs. Um, and
Did somebody already ask how you come up with the stories? I don't know if somebody already asked that, maybe.
it's basically just something I stumble across when I read the like the old stories. It's all like from like what's it called, like old mythology and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, maybe this character is fun to write about, and then I look up stories about them or just happen to stumble across them. another song we are going to be releasing is about a Viking that's like 150 years old. And I'm like, hey, that's funny. I should write a song about that. So I did.
Oh shit, that's really cool, man. That's super cool. Like I don't think I've ever really written a song that's that detailed about something like that. That's crazy. I'm excited to hear that. Did you say you're working on that one, right? Or it's
Yes,
already out?
It's not out yet, but I think I can drop the bomb here that is going to be our next single.
Oh, you heard it here first, guys. You heard it here first on Banger Wednesday. 150-year-old Viking. Let's go.
Yeah, or so he claims to be anyway.
Depends which
Awesome.
bar,
Well, I'm
tavern he's standing in at the moment.
Yeah. I'm excited, dude. I want to hear that one. Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for taking us on a journey. That was really fun. I'm definitely gonna check out more of your guys' music and yeah, really impressive that you have the instruments being played for real too, the violin and everything like that, and you work with that many band members and stuff. Like, kudos to you guys, really cool. I'm excited to hear more from you. So yeah.
Hell yeah. So I'm gonna hop in here real quick.
Damn, that's from Sweden.
So let's see.
So we're all over the country right now. That's really nice.
Yeah. Let me fix that real quick. Okay. So these guys, the last time they came on, they played a track. I don't remember the name of it, but it gave you this vibe, like I don't know, maybe you're watching, like, I don't know, for lack of a good example, like Lord of the Rings. Imagine that period, and then in a tavern, everyone's like drinking their ale or whatever in their steins and they're chanting. That's what the last track they played reminded me of. So I was excited to see what they brought this time. But this is a really great example of the variety of bands we've met on the show and all the different styles and subgenres and everything like that. And to everyone's point, it was a super fun track. It was very well mixed and mastered, so you could hear all the different instruments you guys were using. The video was done well, and it complemented the track. Just all around, it was a great package. And the style you guys bring is always fun. So I want to touch on. I like to touch on the business stuff. So you guys said this is a new track, and you got another track coming out. You said this was going to be part of a bigger album. Was that what you said? Right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And let me ask you this: what is gigging like in your area of the world? Is that something you guys are getting to do a lot of?
Yeah, we had some great gigs over the past 2 years.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I wanted to chime in here too. Sorry. Go ahead.
We've had quite a lot of shows actually, like especially like over the last year or so. Like I think we average on like one show a month, I would say, which is pretty cool because we are not actually that big, so it's pretty great to be able to play that much.
That's amazing. One show a month is amazing. Are you guys, when you guys play live too, are you able to have all of your bandmates usually come, like the violin player and everything, or do you guys usually have to use like a backing track and stuff to kind of fill in? Because you guys have a lot of elements to your music, so I'm wondering how logistically that kind of works out for you live, because that's kind of a lot of setup, right?
Yeah, we always try to have everyone there when we play a gig.
Wow.
It's, well, sometimes that like we can't do that because the violinist actually, like, he plays in like 2 other bands, I believe, so he can't always make it. So we've done 2 shows now with the violin on a backing track, which, you know, isn't ideal, but, you know, we have to, I guess.
Well, yeah. That's amazing though, man. Wow. I hope you guys come through here so I can check you out and you bring the violin player. I would love that. I think so many
Be
people would
amazing.
love that. Yeah, that would be really
Yeah.
exciting. We'll push for it.
Yeah.
Tour. I like it. Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to chime in there, Forge. I didn't want to. I know you're in the middle of your
Oh
little-
no, all good. I have all the time in the world, sorta. So back into the business here. So this is gonna be like a two-part question. Where do you guys primarily want people to go to check you out? Like what platforms? And also, do you have any type of merch store set up? And is that available internationally or?
Yeah, we do most things on Facebook and Instagram. And recently I've made a TikTok. I've been grinding out. It's going pretty good. And I think we have a merch store on Bandcamp.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
And we ship worldwide, actually.
Hell yeah.
I will drop all the links in the chat if it's available.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
If you're allowed.
Yes. Chat it up. Drop all the links. We take them all. But yeah, and you know, I'm notorious for doing this, but that was also some setup questions. If for whatever reason you do not remember any of those platforms or you forget to write it down, these guys already live on the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist twice now. So again, make sure you go add the playlist. You can find these guys. You can click on their band name, and then you can go down the rabbit hole and find them on Spotify. And I'm sure that'll take you down to all their other platforms if you look hard enough. But let's see. I'll tell you what, guys. Open floor. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before I move on to the next band?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, our friends here from across the ocean stayed up really late to hang out with us, and that's always appreciated, guys. They're always welcome on the show. So again, thanks to Ilmarinen for stopping by, dropping the track off, and giving us a little different taste than what we usually get, which is great. And I tell you what, guys. You guys have a good night. If you guys need to head out, go for it. No hard feelings if you guys got to drop off and go to bed. But if you stick around, cool. If not, see you later. All right. So that was Ilmarinen.
Yeah.
And
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. And I'm going to be sticking it out for a little longer because
All right.
I'm curious about the other band.
Yeah, me as well.
All right, cool.
Well, thanks, guys. You guys are real partiers. I like you guys for real.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a beer someday.
Yeah.
I only need
it's gonna
sleep
be glorious.
anyway.
Yeah. Sleep when you're dead.
Yeah, that's spoken like a true musician.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. So that was Ilmarinen, guys. Again, you can find them on Spotify, on the playlist, and I keep forgetting that we're live on YouTube, so you can always come back to YouTube and watch this episode again if you want. And we're gonna head over to the next band here in a second. But I do want to remind everyone that we do have another host hangout coming up this month. We haven't ironed out the date exactly, but we do. And we discussed it on the last hangout. It's going to be a new metal edition. So make sure you keep track of us and see when you can catch that. That is going to be an epic hangout. If it was anything like the last one where we were just kind of like briefly touching base on it, that show is going to be awesome. So be sure to find us on the platforms, follow us so you can keep in the loop for that date. So let's go ahead and go to Siphon. I got Bryant, Cody, and Will. Guys, tell us a little bit about the band and the track we're about to check out.
I don't see.
Oh, sorry about that.
I forgot which track we chose.
Yeah. But no, we are from Lincoln, Nebraska. We've been around for about 3 years, and we've been really trying to hit it hard, out of state and all that stuff.
Hell yeah.
Trying to go to surrounding areas as much as possible.
Right. So remind me, my geography's off right now. Brain's not clicking. What are your surrounding states?
We got Kansas, Colorado, South Dakota, and
Iowa.
Yeah.
All right. So
landmass.
So in Discord, it's all discombobulated. But see that lady over there with the red hair and the ears? That's Colorado.
Yep.
Hit her up. That's Colorado. That's your
Awesome.
connection. There's your
Let's
connection.
go, guys. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. We'll chat about getting you guys some shows out here. I know a lot of local bookers, so I'd love to have you guys
Oh,
out.
that'd be awesome.
Awesome. Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to like start another little spin-off like Banger Wednesday Love Connection, because we always seem to be hooking up bands and people every episode. That's what we do. It's how we do. All right, so I got these guys here queued up. Let's see. I want to say you guys sent us a video as well. Let me get over there. Yes.
I think it should be Heaven's Collide.
Yes. I'm sorry. Yes, it's on YouTube. It's not a video, but it's an album art little situation here. So I do have that queued up. Heaven's Collide. Yep. Just making sure, guys. All right. So if you want to check out the artwork, make sure you have your eyes on the screen. If not, enjoy the tunes. Here we go. This is Siphon. If I can get my mouse back over to where I need to have it. Here we go.
Stray away from the pain, and I cannot help it. You are a tame. Life will treat you the way you take care of yourself to ease your brain. Stray the course and feed the flame. In agony, still here, running your way, running your way. Try to see it from the other side and make believe what you say, and all hell will subside. If you strive the hate, you'll see no longer skyline. I can see that you are the same. I still can't believe that you made me this way. All you ever do is complain. We'll take a clear step back. The window is painted black. Try to believe that we are the same. And if you let me help you, you will see better days. You will see better days. Try to see it from the other side and make believe what you say, and all hell will subside. If you strive the hate, you'll see no other side.
All right. So let me chime in here real quick. Let me stop that. We don't want to listen to it again. It was a great song, but we don't want to listen to it again right now. Okay, so I'm gonna start off, and I'm probably gonna pass it off to you, Bo. So be primed and ready. I want to ask this one question. What? And I don't know if you said this on the intro, but what do you guys classify your style as?
Hard rock into metal, kind of. If you see us live, we like to classify ourselves a little bit as high energy hard rock by the way that like our stage presence is. Lots and lots of headbanging and windmills and climbing on top of PAs.
Okay, and I see why you said that. I can get that. And the reason I asked is I know my shirt says New York and it probably says it backwards, but I'm not from New York. I'm from New Orleans, Nolans, however you want to call it. So back when I was gigging, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, we won't go that deep into it. But the scene down here for a while, it was either you were going to a show at a bar to hear metalcore, rock, or it was a genre kind of like Southern groove metal. And that's what popped in my head the minute you guys started playing. It was nostalgic actually, but you guys are doing it really, really well, and you guys have added some more updated modern elements to it, so that keeps it really fresh. So I like that. I'm gonna leave it at that until it's my turn again. So Bo, go ahead.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
awesome.
No problem.
Okay. I need you guys to kind of help me out here. So who's the singer? Raise your hand. Okay. I was not expecting that. I'm gonna be honest. Okay. So we got who's playing guitar? Okay. And then are you the bass or drummer?
Yeah, I'm Twinkle Fingers.
Yeah.
Okay. The vocal range, I mean, it kind of shocks me. Like your vocal range is just awesome.
Thank you.
Like it gives me like a lot of like Clutch and like old He Is Legend kind of like you're just kind of seamlessly flowing all over the place in ways that I'm not expecting it. I really enjoyed the vocals. Like the rhythm guitar and the bass are driving things. You got this kind of groovy, like offbeat thing going on throughout the song. Gives you that kind of southern feel. It's really fun. I just wanted to say like the composition of the song is really cool. Like the rhythm guitars, the rhythm lines going is just really fun. Because I could tell you're holding back a lot just to let the vocals cut through, and then you sneak in these little riffy things while you're fading away, right? Like if you're not really paying attention, you'll miss it because there's so much going on with the vocals and everything. So I just wanted to like kind of shout out to I feel like it's a really good, like really well written song. And honestly, the band that was on right before you guys, like you probably tear it up together at a show, honestly.
They were really great. They were so awesome.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that, like, I feel like the rhythm guitars, or the whole rhythm part, really let the vocals shine and didn't try to like take over. And then you had like a nice little kind of fun lead type moment, and then you come back, dial it back down, let the vocals run again. Really nicely done. How many? So are we like a 4-piece? Just a 4-piece?
Yep, just 4 of us.
Okay. And then so talk to me. Like, did you guys go to the studio for that? Did you do it yourself, or what'd you do there?
It was all studio work. We got in contact with a local engineer who lives in a town 2 hours away from us, but was doing some work at a larger studio in Lincoln and had rented it out for a couple of weeks. We were one of the first bands to hit him up, and just get as many songs in a week as we could possibly record.
Oh, damn. Okay. So how many tracks did you guys actually put down to be finalized that you're happy with to put out online?
We were there for 5 days, right?
Yeah, it was about 5.
We were there for 5 days and got 9 tracks done.
Jesus.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's some work, man. That's some work.
Did you guys actually go in there with scratch tracks, or did it from start to finish there?
Yeah, we did it from start to finish there. Which actually, so we were like the first band that he was working with in this studio. And a fun fact about the album is that we tracked drums for 3 different songs on the first day, and at night some override happened and deleted all of the tracks that we had worked on that day. And so when we got back into the studio the next day, he was able to salvage some parts of it, but like there were guitar parts from a different song in another song, and like something happened where it was all like mixing and matching together. And he said that he had stayed awake until like 2 a.m. trying to fix as much as he could, and he was able to like get it to where the only songs that he wasn't able to salvage were just 3 of them, and I think we got like 4 of them done on the first day.
That's not right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No wonder your drummer didn't show up tonight. He's probably still recovering from that gauntlet.
Yeah. A year and some change.
Yeah.
Get back in the closet.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Get writing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, that's fun. That's a fun story. Like, I mean, that probably like, how was that like as far as like bonding for the band? Like that had to be like a pretty amazing time just to be like together for that period of time with the sole purpose of writing some music.
Oh yeah. It was definitely magic, and I mean, with us being in a room together, especially when it comes to writing songs, a lot of the songs that we wrote have happened like inside the room, like from just us jamming together, where we're kind of just like, there you go.
Now, see, that's like a wild contrast compared to like a lot of us here, like the hosts here. Like we do mostly collaboration stuff. Some of us don't even see the other members that we write songs with, right? It's all like, hey, I made this, like throw some stuff down, and then just back and forth until you're happy with stuff, So like, we don't get a lot of bands, I don't think, that actually like get to spend that time actually writing in a studio. They're usually just lucky if they record it together in the studio, So that's pretty special, like as far as like being able to do that compared to like how a lot of music is made anymore. So I mean, that's fun. That's rock and roll. Like that's all that. Like it's really cool that you guys got to experience that. So tell me, like, just real quick. I mean, what kind of tuning are you guys using for guitars?
Drop D.
Drop C. Yeah.
Dang.
Okay.
Little step below. Tried to make it a little heavier.
For sure.
Instrumentally, and then also it's just kind of an easier key to sing in.
Yep. How I always got to ask, did you guys did you track guitars with an amp, or did you use plugins?
It was all amps. It was used PV5150 and I think it was a Mesa Rectifier was the other
Classic.
The streak might die, Bo. The streak might die again.
Yeah. It might lose tonight.
Yeah.
That's like the classic combination right there, So that's awesome, you guys. I'm glad you guys got to experience that. The song's great. I love what you guys are doing. I'm excited to hear more. How much do you guys have out right now?
Right now we do have just the 9-track album out.
Okay.
And so we're working on new music currently. If you see us live, we do perform a couple of songs that are planned for the next album.
Heck yeah. Are you doing, I mean, how often are you guys playing out?
When we first started about 3 years ago, I think we played 3 shows a month.
3 to 4 averagely.
And now we've gotten it down to where we kind of play like 1 show a month or like 2 shows a month sometimes. Yeah. But when we first started, we really like tried to hit it hard on trying to like, you know, get that name out there to the local scene. And then after that, we kind of like slowed down a little bit when we got more into the time to start writing new music.
Yeah, you gotta like build that up a little bit and then step back and make people want to see you again. You know, yeah, it's a fun game to play, honestly. But like for you know, 4 grown men to try to get together more than twice a month just to play a show, like practices alone are tough. But to try to like get everybody's schedule lined up to play multiple shows like a month, like that's an effort in itself. So
Dedication.
yeah, it's a lot. Like that's the logistics behind everything. It's just like such a it's something that no one really talks about very often. But like just like we played a show out of state last week, and like just the anxiety I had just trying to like make sure everybody was like, hey, who you riding with? Who you going with? Who you going with? What are you doing? What's your plan? When are you gonna get there? Like that was just such a nightmare because we're kind of spread across the state a little bit too, you know, like so getting one or more than one show a month sometimes in my head is just like such a huge task to accomplish for everybody. Like it's a lot. So good to you guys grinding. I mean, I'm excited. I'm gonna definitely listen to this while I'm running ductwork in a crawl space tomorrow. But thank you for coming on the show and being here and hanging out with us. So I'm gonna pass it off to one of the others right now. But it was great talking to you and hearing your story.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Let's get Dom back in here. We'll put Scarlett after so she can finish up her networking.
Yeah, love the flows, guys. The freaking sick.
Thank you.
Dude, I bet live shows. I gotta come see a live show because there's gotta be some like some freaking sick head banging in there. But the song was freaking catchy as hell. It was like a really uplifting beat. Almost had like a swing to it. The vocal style was so freaking unique. I really, really loved the vocals. It was kind of reminiscent to me. It was like. It was almost this kind of like Offspringy. The lead singer from the Offspring kind of had a feel like that for the cleans, but then it went into this really, really like awesome false chord growl that was just heavy and freaking in your face, and it was just the dynamics between those two were really, really wonderful, and it accentuated a lot of those heavier parts of those songs. I mean, of the instrumental, and it's catchy. Like it's really heavy, but it's also it was melodic and it was just catchy as fuck. It was a bop. So I loved it. Oh, sorry, I got the dog running in. But I mean, congratulations on an album. That's a big feat for any band to get a 9-piece album, as long as 3 singles released. Most bands don't ever make it past 10 single pieces of art ever released. So hats off to you guys on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, seriously, I'm also going to be listening to this one a lot. This is freaking sick. It's always amazes me the amount of talent that just you would never hear, just unless you go to a local show or you hear it on things like this. And so, but what's your guys's? Give me a 3-year plan. Where you guys see your guys' self in 3 years?
Touring. On
New album,
touring. We really wanted to get out of, like, right now our biggest barrier is really like getting out of state, like further than just like the surrounding 4 states that are around Nebraska. And so I constantly just like, I tell myself all the time, like, if we can just like get to that one state, like that's that door that'll open to be able to expand into the rest of, the 50 states across the United States.
Right. Absolutely. What's your guys' your social media what are you guys doing so far for your guys' social media presence? Would you say, like, what's your kind of like your social plan?
I've been doing a lot of really hands-on like ads and stuff like that, being very organic. I've talked to a couple of like publicists and PR team members that definitely want to like step in, like help us a little bit. So I'm always like, whenever I'm posted, I'm always trying to like get an ad for it and make sure that people see it in a certain target audience, and then just like behind the scenes, just talking to PR people and just seeing like, you know, what they can do to help me out, or like tips and tricks that will get me into, you know, hitting that next like level.
That's pretty cool, because usually when I ask a 3-year plan or then I follow it up with that, it's usually like, no, we're not really sure. We haven't really thought that far. So it's pretty cool. You guys are pretty like, yeah, 3-year plan. Well, we've got this. So that's good on you guys for even having that kind of established. You guys seem like you guys communicate pretty well as a band together. Like, do you guys usually, I mean, with your communication style, do you guys do a lot of planning together for just releases, shows in general, like for the future, like getting all together and making a big plan?
I mean, honestly, it's just all the time that like we're in communication. All of us are in text and Discord, and it's always something, whether it's show offer, a new merch idea, poster idea, that like song idea, that like when's our next practice, what are we going to be doing at practice, that like all that good stuff. So it's just busy.
And we also know where everybody in the band lives, so if they don't answer us, we usually just go pounding on their door.
Well, that's why you guys will be successful. That's awesome, guys. Seriously. I mean, like, amazing song. It's really good. It was really well produced. Awesome, just freaking awesome song. So I'm excited to keep listening to it. I'll check out the full album too here tomorrow on the way to work. So, but I'm gonna pass it off to Scarlett now.
All right, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
You guys, I really loved the track. I thought it was awesome. It definitely has its unique feel about it. So it was another breath of fresh air to me, along with the folk metal that we heard earlier. So I'm a happy camper so far. And you guys, I love the tones of the guitars. That was awesome. It's like a warm tone, but it also like cuts through the mix really well. So I felt like they suited your style of music really, really well. So big fan of the guitar tones. And was that kind of like something that you chose yourself, or was that something that your mixing engineer kind of helped you guys sort out a little bit?
It was mostly just my live amp tones translated into a studio setting. There was some tweaking of like the room is offering a little bit too much bass or mid range or whatnot. So there was some slight adjustment, but
well, that's awesome.
We call him KFC because he's finger licking good.
I love that. That's fantastic. Oh, that's awesome. So overall, you guys had, a little bit of a rough patch happen in the studio, you said, with like losing some drum tracks or, whatever happened there. So was that your guys' first experience in a studio? Was this your first album and that was your first studio experience, or was that...
It depends on who you're asking. For us, no. For him, yes.
Well, no, because we were in the studio for our first 3 singles. And
I guess that's true.
We went with a different producer at Fuse Studios, and he does more of like classic rock recordings. 80s, 90s is kind of like his thing. And so when he was handed like his first metal band, he tried what he could when it came to the 3 tracks, and just at the end of it, we kind of just mutually agreed that we're going to find somebody that kind of like dabbles more in the hard rock metal scene to be able to help us. So
understands the style.
Yeah. So it was being in the studio for the first time was definitely a trip, and then coming back to the studio and recording the album that we did with Morgan Rizak of Secret Studios. He like understood everything. He wasn't afraid to like give his like suggestions, and was definitely like, it was always looking at us kind of being like, can I say something to you? And like, if you don't like it, like, you can definitely like lock me up in the closet. And it always ended up being like a really cool suggestion. So we definitely tried it out. And a lot of the stuff on the album, we wouldn't have been able to really accomplish without him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I think that it makes such a difference in my experience, working with somebody that actually likes what you play, right? Versus just somebody that's a good music engineer, a good mixer, a good master. It helps if they're actually kind of a fan of your genre. And so good on you guys for kind of making the switch to somebody that was a little more geared towards hard rock and metal, because I think it definitely helped encompass that sound for you guys, because it's definitely I mean, the guitar tones, the drums, everything just sounded really crisp, and it sounds like a really good professional mix. So good on you guys for that. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate that you guys had such a an issue in the studio with losing some stuff, and it can be kind of deflating. But overall, it sounds like it wasn't too bad of an experience. Do you guys have any like kind of studio rituals that you do? Like I know for me, when I get ready to record vocals, I see you guys laughing. I'm so excited. Like I know people have their things. Like I like to sing fasted. I don't like to eat anything. I don't know why that is, but that's just a thing that I do. So do you guys have any things like that? Like any pre studio rituals that you guys like to do?
Yes, we stand in a circle and we scream.
Yeah. So one of the nipple. Yeah, one of our rituals that we do pre-show and while we're in the studio and stuff like that is we kind of just like stand in a circle and we kind of just like do this, and then we all just scream. Do that headphone warning. But other than that, when it comes to like my singing and stuff like that, I'm very like peculiar with what I drink, what I eat before I go into the studio and do like voice like takes and stuff like that. So I usually tend to lean towards drinking Liquid Death and kind of going through like a like vocal warm up the morning of, and like kind of just eating really, really small.
Yeah, that's awesome. And also shout out Liquid Death. We're looking for a sponsorship here. Let's go. So that's awesome. I love that. I love that you guys have that camaraderie like within your guys' group, and it's like a team, and you guys are like, metal powers activate. We're gonna get in a circle and scream. Really cool. I love that.
Like Power Rangers.
I love that. That's awesome. You guys seem like you're really closely bonded, and I think that can have such an impact on your sound overall, and kind of like the nurturing that goes into your songs and everything else. So that brings me to ask, how did you guys meet?
Yeah, so Cody and I had met when we had played in a previous band.
Couple previous bands.
Yeah, a couple actually.
I started when I was still a teenager in a cover band, which eventually they like cycled a few guitarists, found him.
When I was a teenager, I was 17 when I joined that cover band. Then fast forward several years, we were in an original band, which is actually how the riff for Heavens Collide came to be. The drummer for our first original band together, called Mistaken, our drummer Riley wrote that riff, and we just asked him, hey, can we just borrow this?
He yoinked that. He became a dad with 2 kids, so he couldn't use it even if he wanted to.
Yeah. But yeah, and then after that band dissolved, we kind of
found this lug.
Yeah, through mutual friends and collect. Yeah.
Oh, mutual friends. Okay, so he was like a friend of a friend or something. Okay,
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That's really awesome that you guys have such a good community of just good hard rock metal musicians that are just available to jam and do stuff. Like I know for the projects that I'm in, it wasn't so easy to find people. So that's really fortunate for you guys. So I want to know real quick. I know that I take a lot of time on this show because I'm always so excited to hear everybody's stories. So I'm going to ask one more question. I want to know each of you guys, what are a couple of your influences?
You want to start?
For me, that like one of my biggest influences was, I guess two of my biggest influences. My favorite band is Sum 41, and they were a cool band. I wanted to be able to play their riffs, and then once I started learning their riffs, that like I wanted to do more. And prior to that, it was Guitar Hero. I eventually grew out of Guitar Hero, and I wanted the strings. I wanted the next step. I wanted to keep evolving. That like.
Oh, that is so cool. I don't think I've ever heard somebody be like, Guitar Hero turned me into an actual musician. Like, what the fuck? That's so cool. I love that.
So
Oh
like
my
8 years
god.
old in your parents' basement, the imagination's going wild. You have the TV cranked, and like
Yeah.
going from that to actually playing in front of a full audience. That like it's just that full circle dream come true kind of stuff.
Oh my gosh, you guys, you heard it. Guitar Hero shapes real musicians. It happened here. That's amazing. I love that. Cool. I would have never guessed Sum 41, but I would have never guessed it, but that's freaking awesome. I love it.
Yeah,
All
man.
right.
Then I kind of grew up with lots of different genres, everything from like 80s hardcore punk like Dead Kennedys and Black Flag to more of the metal side once I started getting introduced to more extreme kinds of music. It kind of was Metallica, and then into I'll listen to anything from jazz to classical to bands like Cannibal Corpse or more recently Slaughter to Prevail. As they
Nice. That's awesome. I just saw Metallica, dude. I'm still riding the high. I just saw Metallica. Still riding that high. Yeah, they were really good. Yeah. That's Fred. That's Fred. I love it. That seems like a solid list of influences for sure.
And then I always grew up on dad rock. I was a very dad rock guy.
Cool.
And, Shinedown, Stained, Seether, Limp Bizkit. That was my bread and butter right there.
all right, dude. You're talking my language. Yeah.
It was all the way until about 2016 that I heard The Lines by Beartooth for the first time, that I was like, I want to learn how to do that because that sounds really fun. And because like my entire thing is like I grew up with like the 90s, the 2000s, and so like my uncle was a very big like Pearl Jam fan, so I was singing like 7 Mary 3, Pearl Jam, Collective Soul, and it kind of shaped my voice more to like try to really like build it to like kind of replicate or do the best that I could of what Brent Smith does of Shinedown. And so then after I listened to and started getting into more of like Beartooth, Pierce the Veil, Fit for a King, Whitechapel, I was like, I want to learn how to do that type of stuff. And so then it was just me at 16 years old in a hot attic with my headphones in, just blowing out my vocal cords every single day, trying to learn how to do this correctly. So I mean, it's all been. I've never been trained how to do these compressed screams. It's always just been me, just like, how do I make that sound with it not hurting my throat?
how do I sound?
Oh yeah.
And so that's just where I've, it's just the way that I've been influenced was like that dad rock into the metalcore scene where, watching Caleb Shomo of Beartooth and like Wage War just being so energetic on stage. I'm like, I want to learn how to sing like that and be able to put on that amount of energy when it comes to being on stage.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I definitely hear that coming through in your vocals. The dad rock era, if you will, the dad rock jams going into the more aggressive vocal styles, and especially for being self-taught and just going a lot of trial and error, your screams are really good. They're really developed. So a kind of a crazy approach to just kind of willy-nilly and just like, I'm gonna freaking wreck my voice until I get it. But kudos to you because it worked. and it sounds really good. And I love the decision that you do the clean vocals with the screams and the way that they complement each other so well. You've got a great range, so I really enjoy that, and just keep on with that too. So I'm gonna. I took so much time. I'm sorry, Ford.
Oh, it's all good.
I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm gonna pass it off to Ford now. Love your guys' sound. I really hope you guys make it through Colorado. Let me know if you guys need help trying to book some shows out here, and I'd be more than happy to help you guys. You guys are right next door, so
That'd be awesome. Thank you. We appreciate that.
yeah, absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Let me write a real quick note. Note to self: I need to put a quick mute button on Scarlet. No, I'm just messing. I'm just picking. No. But I usually go straight to business. But I have these moments with certain bands where I get this like this urge to be like Big Brother. I mean, obviously, besides Bo's old ass, I'm probably the oldest guy here. So, and Dom kind of touched on it with the whole 3-year plan thing. You guys kind of have your brain moving. And it was funny because I literally was just talking about this with my girlfriend before the show started. We were kind of talking about where the show came from and just kind of how the band culture has shifted since, you know, I was out there gigging and doing all that stuff. There is like a huge pandemic right now with bands that do not want to put in the work or effort to get anywhere, and they just keep waiting for it to happen because they make a few TikTok videos or YouTube videos, whatever. And it even shows with getting bands on here. It becomes a chore with some of them. It's like you gotta constantly remind them, hey, you need to do this, you need to be here. Or it's like pulling teeth to get them to even want to take the time to do the show. And, you know, I pass on those guys. I bring in the bands that want to be here. But I just want to point out that as far as I'm concerned, with all the bands we do get to see on the show, you guys are doing it right. Your guys' head is in the right place. You guys have an awesome vibe. You have a great sound. And again, only because we get to see a lot of bands, you guys are doing a lot of things right. Don't change anything. Keep pushing. And I really foresee you guys hitting that 3-year plan. Because I can tell you there are a shit ton of bands out there that aren't going to hit that 3-year plan if they ever write one up. So I just wanted to say that real quick. Big Brother. But so let me get down to the business part. So we talked about a lot of things, how you guys came to be, all these tracks you guys put out. And you guys have got some gigging going on, and you guys are eyes on that 3-year plan. So when do you suspect you'll start working on that next album?
Already have, technically.
Yeah, we've got about 4 to 5 songs that we have written for the next one. So we're looking at getting around the same like 9 to 10 track.
I would like double digits.
Yeah, we really want to be able to like give listeners that experience where, you know, we're not just giving them that 4 to 5 track EP and then they get done with the 5 and they're just like, I want more.
Right. For sure. And you know, to piggyback on some of that stuff, what platform is your primary platform right now? Where are you trying to get people to go mostly?
Spotify and YouTube are our 2 biggest ones right now. I use Apple Music, but I know that like there's that whole battle going on right now in the streaming world where a lot of people aren't a fan of Apple, and even if they do have iPhones, they're using Spotify. And so usually like whenever we're at a show or we're, you know, talking to people on the streets at shows and stuff like that, and they ask where they can find us, we're always definitely telling them like YouTube or Spotify would be the best ways to find us.
Well, it's checking out our socials, Facebook, Insta, all that good stuff.
Right on. And oh yeah. And so let me ask this, merch, you guys got that up and running as well?
We don't have merch on websites yet, but we do have a merch line that we have of stuff that we do sell at shows.
Oh yeah, so Scarlett's gonna be the only one that'll be able to pick that up.
Okay.
She's the closest one.
Yeah, I made our website from scratch with GoDaddy, and I've never made a website before, so
bunch of learning issues.
So let me know how I do.
Fun, right? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Us DIYers, you know how we do. Make the jankety ass websites and just hope to sell some merch. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I made my website, it was kind of just like I templated a bunch of other people's websites, and I was like, I said, well, this one kind of looks like it's all over the place, but this one looks good, so I'm gonna kind of like try to figure out how to make mine look like that and not that.
Hell yeah. Hey man, fake it till you make it.
No,
pretty much.
Literally, yeah.
Yep.
If they don't, they don't know that we're not big dogs. So
Yeah. Right. All right. So, man, again, you guys have a really cool sound. Like I said, it reminded me of some bands I used to play around with back in the day. It was nice to kind of see that genre still out there pumping, and you guys did it justice for sure. So let me go ahead and leave with this before I move on to the next band. I'm just gonna give you guys open floor. Is there anything that you guys want to talk about that we may have missed?
Yeah, we got a couple of shows coming up actually. If you go to siphonband.com, you can go to our show section and you can see the shows that we are. Even on Bands in Town, we're on that too. But July 10th, we're playing at the Bourbon Theater with Bloodywood. And
here in Lincoln,
Nebraska. And then we turn around July 19th, we're going to be playing in St. Joe, Missouri with a band from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Okay, who's that by chance? Do you remember their name?
Westward?
Chasing Wayward.
Wayward.
And then the Arsonist is the other band that's going to be on that show.
Okay. I always like to ask because, I mean, I don't know, guys, I think we may have had like a band from maybe every state by now, so I like to ask sometimes.
Yeah, so
give some shout outs.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. All right, so if anyone happened to hop in late, we were talking to Siphon. We had Bryant, Cody, and Will here with us. We checked out their track. We played some Love Connection, some Big Brother, and all that good stuff. They will live on the Spotify playlist along with the rest of the bands tonight. So if you missed the track, it'll be there. This episode will be on YouTube for you to rewatch later if you missed it. So again, thank you guys in Siphon for hanging out, bringing an awesome track. And we're going to mosey on to our last band here in a second. But do want to remind everyone that I'm gonna say it all night long. The Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. Please make time to go add it, save it, listen to it. It is, and we were just talking about it throughout the night. Well, I say we were talking about it in theory. The algorithm. The best way to help these bands beat the algorithm is to get the playlist and go listen to everybody. It's networking without actually having to do anything. So support the bands, go listen. Again, also, you're watching us live on YouTube, go down there somewhere, hit that little subscribe button. That puts us one step closer to being able to do some really cool things for the bands and the people watching. In fact, you know what? We're gonna side chain a little bit here, real quick, and we'll get to the last band. We got a couple things that I'm working on. The host, I don't know, the other host may know a little bit about it, but I am working on a way for us to do a Battle of the Bands. So again, all these subscriptions and things like that are going to help us make that possible and easier to accomplish. And this is a little bit of a new one. I'm working on a prize giveaway, and haven't worked out all the details yet, but I'm going to tease you guys with this. It is going to be a brand new instrument that you can win. So when I get those details, make sure you come find us and keep up, because somebody's going to win a brand new instrument. All right. So hit the subscribe button. That's all I'm trying to say. All right. Let me get these guys off the screen, because I got one more band with us tonight. We got Wish Ender, and we have Joe. And Joe, did anyone else join you by chance that I may have missed? Oh, let me unmute you. I'm sorry, buddy.
My buddy Young Harm just rolled in the slot. Wish Ender Ian, he's here. There he is.
All right. All right.
Me.
All right. So tell us a little bit about the band and the track we're about to check out.
Joe, do you want me to take the floor, or you got it?
Go nuts. You're the person that yells in the mic. Go ahead.
All right. So basically, the whole thing with NSFW is I kind of wanted our band to tread the waters with what people feel comfortable listening to and what people feel kind of like iffy about facing. You know, like our world is in constant turmoil about things that we can and can't say, ways that we can and can't act. And I just kind of wanted to be like really in your face vocally with this track and let people know at the end of the day, we're all the same. We're all human beings. And as morbid as it sounds, we're all going to meet the dirt. So that's just where I've come from with that.
Yeah, we're all human beings, with the exception of Bo, because I'm pretty sure he's a robot. But
all right.
I feel you though.
He's definitely a robot.
Yeah,
Look at him.
Bo's a
He's
robot.
a robot.
All right.
Oh, he's AI? Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, he's something, that's for sure. So, yeah, guys, we got Wish Ender. They sent us also a YouTube link. So, this is a lyric video, I think, guys. Yeah?
Yes,
Yep.
a lyric video.
Yeah. All right. So, I do have that queued up. If you're watching at home or listening at home, make sure you're actually putting your eyes on the screen so you can enjoy the visuals to go along with the audio. So, here we go. Let me get that nice and big on my screen. And we're going to check this out. This is Wish Ender, NSFW.
Dragging myself to the mud once again. Day in, day out, no difference. Day in, day out, no deliverance. Repentance doesn't hold you accountable for the mind you stole. There's a new creed waiting to be seen. Your fucking wishes are about to end. Ratchet leeches leaving all in their penny. Breeding ignorance, repeating insanity. Middle finger to the cancel committee. Are you offended yet? Are you offended yet? Yeah, the river's all dry now. I'm gonna send you with the wolves and the house. Are you offended yet? Are you offended?
You should have thought of this, but kept on running your mouth. So when the bass hits,
fuck around and find out. Nowhere around here is safe, but I refuse to watch what I say. I'm not a victim to your apology. I'd rather hate than be told to obey. 'Cause when we drown last friends, we all end in a grave. In the dirt, we are equal. In the dirt, we are equal. Ratchet leeches leaving all in their penny. Breeding ignorance, repeating insanity. Middle finger to the cancel committee. Are you offended? Fuck around and find out. Choose your words.
Well, all right. You know what, Dom? I really want you to lead this one off because I feel like this is like right up your alley.
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, so the song fucking rips. It's actually really good. It's freaking sick. I actually didn't want to. I wasn't rooting for it because you guys left your guys' fucking mic unmuted and you guys were talking shit. We got two guys up top who are from across the fucking pond, who are up at 4 a.m, literally sitting here waiting, like sitting here for the whole thing. You guys were sitting there fucking talking shit, telling people to hurry the fuck up. So I kind of was hoping the song was gonna fucking suck ass, but it didn't. It fucking ripped and it was good.
Alright, that was my
So
bad.
good for you, but
Doggy.
yeah. But you guys left their fucking mic unmuted, and you guys are fucking talking shit and come on the show. Like, guys, like, that's not what this fucking scene's about.
Bad. No, I know. I love the stuff. My bad.
So I'm gonna just leave it at that for me. Like, song rips, it's good, but like, fuck, that's not what this scene's about, guys. Like, people are working their ass. We have three hosts on here who work their asses off to bring you guys in, to give everything they got to like give you guys a voice, put you on a playlist that we're running ad revenue to get you guys more streams, and then like to disrespect the other bands here that are like, you know, at 4 a.m, literally 4 a.m, and staying here all the way to listen to your guys' track too. So, but I'll hand it off to someone else.
All right. So Bo or Scarlett, which one of you guys want to go next?
So, yeah, I mean, I thought it was a good song. It's a 2 minute, is it 2 minutes and 50 seconds? Am I seeing the time right?
Let's see. Yes.
So it's a little bit on the shorter side. I thought it was a little bit on the shorter side. Do a lot of your guys' songs kind of come in around that same time frame, or do you guys write songs that are a little bit longer? Or was that just the feel for this one? That's just what it was.
So honestly, I feel like that was just the feel for this one.
Okay.
We do have some lengthier songs that we're working on and everything, but yeah, no, we just wanted something that straight just got to the point, like get in and get out.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Did you guys do this one in a studio, or was this do you guys like record on your own and then take it to studio? This sounds pretty massive. Lots of like kind of like bass drop kind of things happening in there and stuff. So I was wondering if you guys did that, or was that a studio move?
So we were fortunate enough to be friends with our buddy Drew Poco, and our other guitarist that's not here right now, Josh, is pretty much the brainchild to all the Wish Ender stuff. He demos stuff on his own and then brings it to the table. And then we loved like what he was doing so much that we brought it to Poco, and then he like remixed, like remastered and everything like that. I was able to go into an actual like vocal booth and do vocals there, which was cool. And yeah, no, he's been a long time homie of ours, and pretty much like produces all of our music.
That's really cool. So I'm guessing you're the vocalist then.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. So tell me a little bit about your background as a vocalist, because you had a lot of different range in your screaming that I really enjoyed. And so like some of it was giving me like some, if you've heard of Tala, like I got a little bit of Tala vibes going in there. And I think he's a super talented, aggressive vocalist. So tell me a little bit about your background with vocals.
So the funny thing about me with vocals is I typically did like clean vocals until like a while went down, like where I was in a band called Veranda, and we were like a emo alternative band similar to that of like Taking Back Sunday and like Pianos Become the Teeth, that kind of stuff. So I was doing those kind of vocals, and once that band kind of separated, I got more into doing harsh vocals. I did some like harsh vocals in that band, but I was like kind of like dead set for a while on not being in another band, just being like, I just want to write music like by myself, like this and that. But thankfully, Joe kind of got me out of my rut and was just like, hey, dude, you know, you got talent. You got what it takes to really like bring this to the table for another project. So what do you think about this? he showed me one of Josh's like demos that he was working on, and then I hung out with them and started screaming, and the rest is history. So like I love this style of music as well as like emo alternative music. I also like some rap music. I find that as a vocalist, I really like to listen to different genres instead of just listening to what we as a band like represent for a
Yeah.
sound.
Yeah, sure. And that makes a lot of sense. I do that as well. Like, I mean, it's mostly still within the metal genre, but I listen to like all kinds of subsets of metal too as a vocalist. So I think that's good on you for doing that as well, because then you can kind of incorporate some different you know, vocal elements and stuff into your music. And on that note, do you do
What?
do you ever incorporate any clean vocals into your other songs, or are you primarily
Yes.
just okay?
Yeah, so we have a song that we did as basically like a Halloween song about like zombies. And it's
Oh,
called
okay.
Exanimate. And I do clean vocals in that. We have another song that we kind of tried to play it live not too long ago, and we found that it just wasn't working. But apparently it's a song that people still really enjoy. It's called Disassociate. And that one I do a lot of clean vocals in. I think that was the second song that I ever did vocals for Wishender in. And yeah, we've got another one that's on the back burner called Statistics that I wrote about two friends of mine that passed away, one from suicide and one from overdose. So
Wow. I'm really
it's a
sorry
very
to hear
feelsy
that.
track.
Yeah. I bet it's probably going to be a really good emotional track though, because of that that pain and everything that you went through with that. So I'm really sorry to hear that. I would really love to hear some of your clean vocals, because your aggressive vocals are fantastic. And I really enjoy the range that you have with the different techniques that you do with it. So I would really love to hear yeah, some of your guys' tracks with the clean vocals. So the concept of this song, you guys kind of briefly went over a little bit before we started the track. Was that your idea, or was that kind of like a collective idea with all of you?
Well, I think lyrically it was kind of my own doing. Instrumentally, we wanted something that was really heavy, but then at the time, I just noticed like so much like turmoil and bickering going on in the world, and was just kind of a little fed up with the fact that people weren't also understanding that when you do wrong things, there's also like an ability to change, an ability to grow and be a better person. And I feel like we've gotten to a point as a society where yes, like I sympathize with victims for SA and like all that stuff that goes on. I just want to also express that people that are like mentally ill can change. There's things that people do when they're younger that don't define who they are as a person. So my big thing with the song was just letting people know, like, yeah, like if you push someone too far, obviously they're gonna go crazy. So like the song was kind of pretty much like if you poke the bear enough times, the bear's gonna attack you.
Right.
But
Yeah.
also doing so within the confines of like, you know, this day and age, 2025. Like I used to listen to a lot of deathcore bands like Suicide Silence and Die Artist Murder, and like grew up with really like messed up lyrics. But I wanted to bring to the scene something a little different than just that same runaround.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's just like you're also kind of subsidizing your audience. Like if you've got like songs that are like misogynistic or violent towards like a group of people, it just doesn't make sense. Like as a whole, I think the scene should be unified, And I think everybody should just be able to express what they want to express as a family.
Yeah. Well, cool. I mean, man, that's a pretty deep concept, and I think that you guys did a really good job of translating the message. It was definitely heavy. It was definitely mixed really well, and I enjoyed your vocal technique and your vocal style a lot. And it would be super fantastic to hear some clean vocals in there too. So I'm looking forward to the next track that you guys put out, so I can hear a little bit more of that, even if the the topic is kind of real serious and stuff. But I'm excited to hear that one. So I will pass it off to Bo. He's probably got some gear questions or something like that. But I really enjoy you taking the time.
Thank you.
Okay, so how do we? I always think this is an interesting one. How do we describe like the genre or the style that you would define yourself as?
I would say we're rooted in like hardcore, but we also kind of bridge the gap into like metalcore as well.
Okay. So I mean, we have a lot of bands that do this style, and I play with a lot of bands that do that kind of style. I don't know what technically we define that as. Sometimes I'm always interested. Everybody's got a different opinion on what like genre their band fits into. So I'm always interested to see what people say. So for as far as like the guitars and stuff go, what tuning are we in on this?
We are in drop G sharp.
Okay, I was close. I was guessing drop G. That was going to be my guess. It sounds like you use some pretty high quality like plugins. Just the style, the vibe, everything. Was it plugins or was it like a modeler, or what would we use for the tracking on that?
Joe, I think Drew uses Neural DSP, right?
Yep. Neural DSPs, yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we track everything like roughly like demo things at our other guitarist's house. And I don't think he uses Guitar Rig. I don't know like what program he uses.
He uses STL tones.
Oh, okay. All right.
Chuck STL tones, yep.
There you go. So yeah, then we send that off to Drew, and then I think Josh ends up like retracking at Drew's, right?
Yep, he surprises us. We go there, retrack, and then projects there, and then we just throw in the vocals and send it.
Yeah.
We just kind of do it for fun. Just think way back in the day, we just like a fun thing. We were trying to do this, and then COVID happened. Try to get our feet back. See what happens. So we're just kind of like swinging our feet back around to the game again.
for sure. I mean, well, we said Neural DSP, so I think we can just assume that it's going to be the Gojira plugin. So we can just put that on the books for tonight, as is our running joke for the show. So yeah. Well, no, we there's only been like a handful of episodes we've ever had that we didn't have at least one band using the Gojira plugin because it's goated. So G sharp, really. What are we doing? Are you doing like a 7-string or 8-string or extended range 6 or anything like that?
We're
7, right?
Yep, baritone 7. I got a baritone 7 LTD. LTD, and I put some bare knuckle pickups into the polymaths to have a nice vibrant clean in the back and a nice heavy dirty tone at the end. So it just roughly smooths itself out.
Yeah, polymaths I think are kind of slept on. I've got one guitar with those in, and they're just really interesting. I mean, they're very different, especially for like a bare knuckle pickup.
Oh yeah, I was like shocked when it first came out. No, you're right, pickup.
Yeah. No. I've got. Well, actually, it's one of the Misha models that I found on Reverb. It came in one in it, and I'm pretty impressed how they are. But yeah, the tone is great. The video is fun. I'm a sucker for lyric videos. Everybody knows. So where are you guys located at?
We're from Connecticut.
Connecticut.
In
Okay.
Connecticut. Yep.
Forge, have we had somebody from Connecticut on here before? I don't know if I've heard that.
Honestly, I think the one Connecticut band we had, I want to say was that band, Bo, that we thought may have had a stolen track. I want to say he was
What?
Connecticut. That was before your time, Miss Scarlett.
Oh, you guys, what? You guys gotta tell me about that. That's crazy.
Was it the SoundCloud guy? Or was it the Wave guy?
Yeah.
He had 3 teeth, and he said he did it all himself. It was interesting.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh, I gotta know more about this later. But yeah, you guys gonna have to tell me. That's crazy.
I want to say he was Connecticut though.
Yeah, but Connecticut. Okay, so we got like a modern hardcore metalcore Connecticut band, Drop G. Are you guys playing shows? How many official members are in your group?
Well, it started off with just us three. It was originally our guitarist was our drummer, but we felt like that wasn't right, so we got another drummer to get our guitarist front line and center with us, so he could hang out in the front with us. And then we had our bassist. He was in another band, and he kind of just migrated into us. And I think we're a total of 5 now. 5-piece band, 2 guitarists, 1 bass, vocals, and a drummer.
Nice. Have you guys done shows or anything like that?
No, at the moment, we're like I said, we had our own obstacles in our own lives, so we're kind of bringing ourselves back. We kind of just came up. Ian literally hit me up probably 3-4 months ago, and he's like, "Hey,
Oh, wow.
you guys want to keep doing this again?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I went with it. We're starting this up again, so we decided just to kind of go for a full rebrand, get ourselves kind of back to where we're going. So we're retracking our original track again to get that, where we're at, because it was a good song, our first one, but we wanted that kind of thickness that it is like an NSFW. It has that dirty bass, that nice little grip to it. But at the moment, we're just redoing it. We got 3 songs written mentally and tracked 2 of them, kind of going through the process. So we have an EP, a 6-song EP. We're trying to re-go there, and probably when that gets going, we start playing. I think our show's frame's looking like September, October. We have pretty good connections from our old colleagues to play these.
Nice. Very nice. Well, I mean, I think you guys are kind of setting yourself up for success. Definitely is a sound that people are really into right now. And you're just having fun with it, and really, really tight music, really aggressive, fun, kind of the rhythm that kind of flows throughout the song. And yeah, it's a great sound, and I mean, you can definitely pull that off live really well. I see it all the time. So hopefully that all works out for you, and good luck with all that and trying to get some stuff going.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we're also in the process of setting up our in-ear rigs, so we got that learning curve to go through all over again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it takes time, but it's very, very helpful. You guys will be happy you took the time to do it.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. That's like a separate job entirely. Just trying to figure it out. And actually programming all the backings and stuff like that you need to fill out the song the way that you want it to and everything. Yeah, it's yeah.
Program your click to when you got tempo changes all over the fucking place and your click's yeah. We all been there, right?
Yeah,
I'm game for the challenge. Let's go.
So good luck with that, and I hope it works out for you guys. And I'm going to turn it over to Forge.
All right.
So it sounds like Bo and Scarlett kind of covered everything I wanted to really go over. So I'll give you guys that open floor opportunity. Let us know if there's something we didn't cover that you guys want to bring up.
Not really, honestly. I think everything was pretty straight to the point. I mean, we've got our Instagram, we've got Spotify and Apple Music that you guys can find us on. We're not too big into TikTok, but we're trying. We're doing what we can with it.
Understood. Well, all right then. So that was Wish Ender, everybody. So let's go ahead and let's start winding this down. So just to recap, we had Ilmarinen, we had Siphon, and we had Wish Ender on the show tonight. 3 different flavors for us to check out. All great tracks, and we appreciate all those bands making time to come out and share them with us. I do want to remind everyone about the Spotify playlist. I say it a lot, but that's because it has done a lot for a lot of bands. Make sure you go add it, listen to all the bands on there. There's hours of tracks, and we're well over 100 bands that have been on the show, so it's a really cool archive we've amassed there. So, and again, this is maybe our 3rd episode on YouTube. So we're still trying to get that clicking. So make sure you take the time to go hit subscribe down there. If you missed this episode, you can watch it again later. And while you're at it, check out some of the older episodes. We have a ton of really awesome interviews and bands and host hangouts for you to check out. So, as always, we end the show with a track off the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. So I'm gonna throw you guys out to the outro room here in a second, and we'll check out one of those tracks. But give me a second here. I want to get one queued up a little bit. All right. Let's see. All right. This is the part where I throw you guys out into the outro room. All right. Sorry, it took a lot more button clicks than I hoped for. And you know what, Dom, I haven't seen you in a minute. You got a particular band on the playlist that you may want to listen to?
Forged by Titans.
Oh, why are you gonna throw me out there like that?
Yeah, dude, hell yeah, because you don't do it. Yeah. Forged by Titans, let's go.
All right.
That's right.
So the reason why this is funny, guys, is because Forged by Titans is my band. So yeah, let me find it. It's somewhere's on here. Somewhere's way in the beginning, I think. Bear with me, guys. Again, like I said, there's so many bands on this playlist. It takes you forever to find the one you want to listen to sometimes. Dun, dun, dun. Jesus. Oh, there it is. All right. So, per Dom, we're going to check out my band Forged by Titans, featuring Amin Yayazadeh. And the track's called Rebuild. Make sure you keep following us. Like I said, we got host hangout coming up next with new metal version. We are going to work on getting that Battle of the Bands set up. And, I shot my mouth off a little sooner than I should have. But working on that free prize giveaway, which will be a brand new instrument. I haven't decided on which instrument yet, but it's in the works. So stay tuned. Again, we're going to check out Forged by Titans. Stay safe. Keep banging your heads. And we'll see you on a Wednesday soon. Later.
Moment
It's okay to fail, okay to cry, never okay to get